And welcome to another brand new episode of live Forex trading. So, welcome, guys. Welcome to another brand new day. Obviously, it's Friday today, the last day of the week, and welcome to another beautiful stream. So, we are waiting for our friends from Slack community to join in, and maybe the guys in the YouTube are also showing nice and slow. We're going to break down our chart in the next few minutes, and we are also checking the system if it's up and running, and that would be nice. So, we're just checking the system for the first few minutes of the stream, and it'll be a lovely day today. I think it's going to be a lovely day. It's the last day of the week. Last day of the week. I'm going to check if the YouTube is running. Let's see. Just waving my hand to see if the YouTube video is not lagging, right? If it's lagging, man, it's miserable. I don't want the videos to lag, right? Let's see. Yep, looks all good. Looks all good. Perfect. Dun dun dun. All right, so here we go. So let's open up the terminal here. Opening up my trading terminal. So let's look at the chart from our monthly time frame one more time. So let's break down the chart from a monthly sort of a perspective and see what's actually happening, right? So now from a monthly sort of a perspective, if I look into this naked chart right now, obviously previous monthly candle closed bearish, as we can see clearly. The current monthly candle is also showing some of the properties followed by the last monthly candle close. It's still bearish, and we are exactly and in about halfway through this monthly candle. We only have 14 days left for its close, so it's interesting how this monthly candle is going to close at the end. But now let's go into the weekly time frame and see what's happening in weekly time frame. Right now, looking at the weekly time frame, obviously. So the previous weekly candle actually rejected off this weekly support, and the current weekly candle is still hanging around that support. So for me, this area was a demand area where price actually respected that price action, respected that support again, eventually around here rejecting those price. So for me, this is only a demand area. Even if the price may seem it's falling down, I mean, if it has to fall down, finally candles have to close below this support to actually establish a proper bearish sentiment. Candles may look like bearish. There could be high chance for the weekly candle to push bearish, but still, for me, this is only an active support area. An active support area. So now when I go into the daily time frame, let's see what's happening, right? On a daily sort of a perspective, look at the way how price has been acting around this area here. So this is another daily support, or this is the action, or that is a price action that is clear enough, or a rejection respecting the previous demand area. So for me, this is still a demand area where the price has wicked in, and there is some possibilities for the price to actually push up. If not this weekly candle, maybe the next weekly candle or so. Now, obviously, daily candle is still bullish, but it also seems as if it's actually respecting the previous daily candle's high at this point of time. So for the candles to flip bearish, I mean, there is an opportunity. So let's see what's going to happen. Right now, let's go into the 4-hour time frame and see what's happening on a 4-hour sort of a perspective. Now, on a 4-hour time frame, look at this. Previous 4-hour candle closed bullish over this 4-hour resistance. So a 4-hour close is a significant close. Why is it a significant close? Because it consists of 4 different hourly candles. That means it has a hand of a 4-hour candles move. So it's quite significant. And the way the previous 4-hour candle closed, it actually rejected the bottom price, rejected the support, and remember how I said the demand area could be acting out. That could be the case. So look at the way price has been rejecting. Price rejected this area, and again moved up, retraced. And obviously this has been acting out as a breeding ground for the price before the price could move up. And yesterday we were talking about some of the order flow ideas in pound yen's market, where some of the conference are actually putting out intentional message to the investors. It's like an intentional message talking about good things. One day it's talking about good thing about economy, and the previous day it talks about a bad thing about economy, pound economy. So what does that mean? They're actually planning out, and they're setting up grounds for the big institutions to enter and exit and kind of relieve within that range. So it's kind of funny if you look into that, and if you know the ideas of order flow It's kind of sick. Kind of sick. Now look at this. So the previous 4-hour candle closed bullish, right? Clearly now closed bullish with a proper wick on the top. That is actually a wick on the top. So the current 4-hour candle, we are not even halfway through. In the next 22 minutes, we'll be halfway through this 4-hour candle, and seems as if this is a potential liquidity grab before the price could move up. If the momentum is still bullish, it kind of still kind of makes sense. All right, still kind of makes sense. So I have to wait and see if this 4-hour candle finally flips bullish, because there is a wick on the top, there's a range in the top, and the demand area could be acting out from a higher time frame sort of perspective. All right, so that is something interesting. So I'm waiting for the 4-hour flip. And again, at the same time, you guys will be amazed how price action from one or the other way of using different price action tool, you see price engaging with these tools several times. So this is a channel I drew like 2 or 3 streams back, this channel right here. And I haven't erased this channel yet. So on my YouTube, on my live stream, I drew this channel roughly, right? Not even accurately. There's no such thing as accurate fucking channel, accurate Fibonacci, whatever. Never. It's always going to be in about, right? So this channel was obviously drawn in about. And look at the way how the price has been engaging with the channel several times. Look at this. So this channel has been tapped several times. Obviously, we broke down below, but we corrected that move in the next instant, right? So it's funny enough. And look at the way how the price is respecting the channel several times. Rejected the top of the channel, rejected 153.085. Price just started dropping down heavily and tested the bottom bit of the channel. So for now, for me, 2 hour, 4 hour, 1 hour is kind of in a range. So you'll be amazed how it's in a range. So from around this gray area till the bottom bit of the range, it's actually ranging side by side. So if the price is ranging side by side, we know that after some time, when there's appearance of volume, consistent volume, market breaks in one or the other direction. And that is going to be the final move. So for now, it's kind of chill day. Till now, July for me, I mean, it's been a risk management day, a risk management sort of a month where I've been managing my risk actively, and yeah, so the experience is definitely helping. Because if I was a beginner trader and if my ego was hurt in the month of July, I'll be losing a lot of chunk out of my capital. But on the other hand, because of my experience, and I'm telling myself every day that, you know what, man, it's just another day. Right? I've shown up to the market with the anticipation that I'm going to gather experience rather than money. Obviously, money is sort of like a byproduct for me at this point in time. So right now, looking at the market, looking at the price action, it's quite interesting. The 2-hour candle, current 2-hour candle is still bearish and has 20 more minutes left for its close. So the real question I have to ask this current 2-hour candle is it actually going to reject the bottom price to slowly push up, or what's happening? If the price stays bearish below 152.445, I mean, the chances for buys are looking ugly, right? So maybe if the chances of buys are looking ugly, what about this? If the candle starts making some sort of resistance on the top of the range, maybe the price is actually going to drop down. That could be the case. But if the price is dropping down, I have to be careful about this support, an early support right around here. All right, so I have to wait. I have to wait for another 19 minutes, and I'll see what's going to happen. Definitely. But my bias in terms of 4-hour sort of a image is still bullish. It's still bullish. We will see what's going to happen. We will definitely see what's going to happen. And obviously, hourly candle as well. Looking at the hourly candle, look at this. Look at the way hourly candle has been acting around the bottom bit of the channel. Dun, dun, dun. Look at this. 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 So the rejections are getting higher and higher, higher and higher. So there's a higher chance for the price to move up. We have also broken that resistance, the most recent resistance right around here. So if there's going to be some sort of a support around here, maybe with the volume alongside, pricing GJ could push up. With no doubt. Obviously, the hourly candle has broken the previous hourly candle's low, but could that be... Actually, you know what? Let's wait for this hourly candle to close. If this hourly candle finally closes below this resistance, for example, if I have to point at resistance, for now, for me, this is a potential likely resistance area that the price just recently broke above, right? Now, what I'm going to do is usually what I do is I read my market from daily, from higher time frame to lower time frame, sort of a structure, and I build my bias. I build my somewhat back of the head analogy, and after that, what I do is I look into today's market movement, and also sometimes I look into yesterday's market movement. So what I'm going to do is, all right, let's see. So today's 16th of July. So today's Asian session. What happened in Asian session? Asian session price started pushing up. So Asian session was fully bullish. So midway, around the London time. So what London market did was London market drive the price down, maybe potentially to grab its premium price. And London market obviously drove down the price in GJ, and obviously is pushing up right now. Pushing up. So midway through London session, price in GJ is being super inflated. It's just pushing up. So maybe whatever's happening right now could be a premium price grab or a liquidity grab for the New York market. That could be the case. And we are 1 hour and 18 minutes away from the market open. So we'll definitely see. Just give me a second here. And I'm going to put this right here. So I have to see some sort of support from at least above the gray area to start with. I have to see a candle close above the gray area, making some sort of support. An hourly candle closing like a support is going to be really nice. It's actually going to be really nice. So let's go to a 30-minute time frame and see what's happening in 30-minute. All right, so 30-minute so the current 30-minute candle is actually bullish. Ooh. If this 30-minute candle is finally going to close as a support, my bias is still buy, as I've said, looking at the recent market, right? So we will see. We will see if this daily high could be tested. We'll see. And at the same time, we'd love to see what's happening around the news event today. Is there anything happening? Is there anything happening in today's market? Dun dun dun. We have retail sales, motherfucker. So when there's retail sales, market, man, oh man, it ranges. That's why it makes sense. It's ranging right now. It makes sense right now. Man, oh man. Anyways, all right. So retail sales, they are expecting good numbers. They're expecting good numbers. Man, oh man. That's why pound yen is ranging. Not a big fan of high impact news event, to be honest. I just hate it. This July so far has been just like, man, oh man. Late New York volume, and I'm not feeling that well to attend late New York volume, so I'm kind of resting off or whatever, you know. And NYSE has been moving consistent, but yeah, it's been a little funny. So we will see what's going to happen. We will definitely see what's going to happen. Definitely going to see what's going to happen. Now, let's look into the pound USD and let's see what pound USD is doing. Pound USD seems more bearish than anything else. Obviously, pound USD being its one of the most key components, being its code price, the code currency, GBPUSD is ranging side by side. I mean, yeah. So definitely the market is waiting for the retail sales. Now it's going to be a boring day if the market is only going to move after the retail sales. So kind of waiting here. All right, so now look at this. So the current hourly candle is going to close in the next 14 minutes. If the hourly candle closes bullish above the gray area, my bias of buy is still there. But let's see what's going to happen. Have to see candles close bullish in that case. Or if the candle closes bearish below the gray area, I mean, sales could be active too. Selling sort of a opportunity could be active as well. Let's see. So we have retail sales today. Oh, we actually had a yen monetary policy today. Ooh, I have to look at that. I definitely have to look at that. Interesting. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Monetary policy. Wow. Retail sales. Bank of Japan.
Are you looking gold right now?
No, mate. Not really, because we have.
Because of the high impact news, or
Yes. Because of the retail sales, we have retail sales after 30 minutes after the bank opened. So yeah, right now obviously gold is pushing down. Man, oh man. July has been packed with a lot of news here, a lot of fundamental news. A lot of fundamental news. Dum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Our weekly candle is still bullish. Have to see how this weekly candle is going to finish up. Because this weekly candle, or for example, if this weekly candle finishes bearish somehow, I mean, the chances of price pushing down in gold is going to increase more and more. So this weekly candle kind of passes over the qualities to the next weekly candle too in gold. So that's what I'm waiting for. I mean, retail sales, if it's going to shake the market a little bit, that's going to be something nice. That's definitely going to be something nice. Yeah. Right now, the 4-hour candle is bearish, has broken the lows and is below 1820.25. There's a clean range on the downside, obviously, but we have this high impact news. That's what I'm waiting here for. That's what I'm waiting here for. So 9 more minutes left for this 2-hour candle to close in gold. If this 2-hour candle closes below this area, I mean, there are chances for the price to push down, but it may very well be a fake out because it's going to range. 100% if there's a high impact news such as retail sales, the price may range pretty well. So we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. All right. Nice. Let's see. Pre-New York. Ba, 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 ba. And the current 30-minute candle is actually moving down nice and slow. Pound yen has 4 more minutes left for its close, and it's pushing down. Has been pushing down. Even the hourly candle is strong bearish at this point in time. Just give me a second. There's some sort of issue in the YouTube. Some sort of issue in the YouTube. 4 minutes left for this hourly candle to close. Interesting. I am not in any sort of trade yet. I am still waiting. Let's see. Is my bias going to play out? Or so the previous 15-minute candle actually closed bearish, showing some sort of resistance around here. So I'm kind of waiting for the candles to grab liquidity, make a proper support. Obviously, Previous 1 hour candle closed bearish, so no signs of support. But in terms of candle size and in relation to volume, obviously previous 30-minute candle closed with a very small body on the bottom, so looks like there is still chances to push up. So let's see what's going to happen. If the lows are gonna be broken, man, the bias of buy could only be an idea at the end of the day. The bias hasn't changed yet. Bias hasn't changed yet. Let's see. Let's see. Yep. So this is what I'm going to do at this point in time. What I'm going to do is for catching a potential push on the downside. Let me see what I'm going to do. Want to catch a push on the downside. Let's see. Alrighty. Ooh, and we are pushing down nice and slow here. Nice and slow. Wow, looks like pound yen is pushing down. Pound yen is pushing down. Interesting. Really interesting. Kind of interesting. I was thinking about putting a sell stop around this area, but I just don't want to rush in a trade. You know, the structure kind of makes sense for a sell on the smaller time frame, but on the higher time frame, here's the thing, right? What I see on a 4 hour is something different, because this 4 hour still has 1 hour and 53 minutes left for its close, and there could be a more ranging price action than anything else. Because we have retail sales coming in the next hour and 23 minutes. So that could be the case. So I'm seeing something else on a 4 hour sort of a perspective. The way the previous 4 hour candle closed with a long liquidity wick on the downside, a potential liquidity wick on the downside, that only allow the current that can actually allow the current 4 hour candle to grab its liquidity in a similar fashion like the previous candle. And if that is the case, 4 hour candle can push up, right? So right now it's bearish. Obviously I can see it's bearish, but what I think is, oh man, come on. So the previous 2 hour candle actually closed bearish. Man, oh man, I'm still waiting. I'm not in any sort of trade. I'm still waiting. I'm counting to see if the New York volume could push the price in any sort of direction. So if the price is to push down, I mean, it has to respect the previous candle's high. So I still have some time. If I believe that, you know what, the market's actually going to give me a proper opportunity, I have to wait. I have to wait a little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. Yes, sir. retail sales, and obviously retail sales, they're expecting good numbers. Retail sales expecting good numbers. I think gold's gonna drop today. Gold's gonna drop. Let's see. I think gold is dropping. Yep. That's what I think. Gold might as well drop. Let's see. Interesting. Yeah, it looks like gold is dropping here prior to the retail sales. And there's clear traffic on the left-hand side, and the structure is so bearish right now. Smaller time frame structure especially, pretty bearish. Pretty bearish. So I'm just thinking about ways how I can catch this drop here, because a drop is coming. And if a drop is coming, man, how can I catch it? I'm just thinking about how I can catch the drop here. Let's see. A drop is coming. Let's see. I'm thinking about pendings below the low. In gold, I'm thinking about pendings below the low. Let's see if it's gonna work. Is it going to work or not? Let's see. I need a proper high, Let's see. Yep, and we are dropping. In gold, we are dropping. More chances of price in gold to drop down than anything else. Yep. Yes, sir, we are dropping in gold. We are dropping in gold. Gold is pushing down. Mr. Gold is pushing down. Gold is pushing down. Yep. Yep. Mr. Gold is pushing down. More chances of gold pushing down than anything else here. Bye. Yep, gold is pushing down. Nice and slow. My fucking back is hurting, bro. Ah, shit. Our wanted opus on YouTube says, how long did it take? How long did it take you to be profitable? So in about 2.5 years. In about 2.5 years, once I figured out that, you know what, if I'm losing less, and if I'm keeping my lot size consistent or my risk consistent, and I'm winning the same way, my winners are going to look bigger than the losers. So sometimes what happens is, let's say I take 21 trades, a total of 21 trades in a month, right? So out of the 21 trades, what happens is, for example, let's say I only took 20 trades, right? So out of 20 trades, let's say 12 of them got somehow turned out to be losers. So what happens is the rest of the 8 trades where I win, the winners look bigger than the losers. Why? Because I manage my risk, or I cut down early. So risk management does help you in a large scale, man. On a bigger picture, it helps you a lot. It may seem as if you're losing money, you know, when you're managing risk, but cutting down losses short early and knowing the idea behind getting hurt a little is better than getting hurt a lot. That helps you a lot. So you have to kind of explore the ideas of risk management to be profitable. 100%. 100%. And another thing is, for example, I always tend to trade in a bigger range. So sometimes my wins are from 10 to 12 pips, right? And my losses are not more than 10 to 12 pips. So what happens is sometimes your positions in a right spot, and it gives you more. So your reward is more than your risk. So your risk to reward, I mean, trading with at least 1:1 sort of a risk to reward is suggested for beginner traders. So at least have a 1:1. And that way, if you're 50% profitable and you manage your risk, you will still turn out to be profitable. Or if your risk to reward is like a minimum risk to reward is 1:2, and if you're able to acquire that 1:2 sort of a risk to reward, and over the time, if you're at least 50% profitable, so you will still be profitable. You will be profitable. So that is the idea. That is the idea. And gold is retracing right now. Interesting. We are 1 hour away from the news, and we are 32 minutes away from the market open at this point in time. 32 minutes away from the market open. So previous gold, a 30-minute candle, previous 30-minute candle in gold closed bearish. There's higher chances for the price to continue down than anything else here in gold right now. It looks so apparent, so obvious for the price to push down. So it's kind of interesting if there's going to be a proper lower high formation before the price could drop down, or is this resistance enough? Because gold moves with such a volume. Obviously, there is a retail sell sort of a high impact news coming in the next few minutes, in the next hour, but it's New York open. So if there's any volume, price could actually push gold down. Gold could be pushed down. So let's see. Our wanted Opus says, how long have you been a student of Raja's? All right, so here's the thing. Me following Raja, so me and a couple of friends who started trading together, we started following Raja right from the beginning. Raja, Uncle Ted, we started following these guys right from the beginning because they were the only ones who were talking about the ideas openly without charging any money. So I'm like, oh, you know what? These guys are talking about ideas. And every time we used to hop on their streams, so we started from, I think Twitch, yes. So we started following Raja from Twitch and then started noting down their ideas, the way they're trading, you know, and especially Uncle Ted talking about the ideas of auto flow and viewing the market in a different sort of perspective. It's so eye-opening, right? So it's been a long time, man. It's been a long time. We've been following Raja and Uncle Ted for a long time. Long time. Yep, Kevin says it was lagging before, but now I believe he fixed it. That's correct. We fixed the stream. Now it's all good. Kevin says, have you noticed if there are months of the year where trading is more difficult? I mean, not specifically any month, but months around holiday season, special holiday seasons at the end of the year, around December. Yep. So the volume is pretty low around that time, and I stay out of the market around that time, to be honest. I just show up for the sake of showing up, just for that consistent experience sake. Otherwise, around December till the 15th of Jan, I'm off the market. and around the 15th of Jan, I come in, I plan for the year, just look into the, just make my plan for the, sketch my plan for the year, and that way start trading actively from February. So around February start, so February and March, they go normal again, low volume because it's the start of the year, and the markets are just jumping in, right? So the market players are jumping in, and a lot of consolidation, a lot of order flow happening, crazy order flow is happening, and around the so the meat of the market is basically from May, June, July. This quarter is the meat of the market. That's what I believe. Even August is also known to be the meat of the market. So if you actually go ahead and backtest on your own, for example, let's just look at gold, right? Let's just look at gold. For example, if you backtest, look at the way how the price been moving around the months, right? So look at this. So for example, right here. So look at August until August, from May 2019, May moves a little bit, right? So now June, there is a lot of volume, consistent volume. July, there is volume, and a lot of and a little bit of relief, sort of a rally. Look at this. If you look at this, dun, 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 look at this right here. Right, May movement, June a lot of movement, July probably retracement, a lot of breathing, a lot of relief rally, and again we continue to push up around August. Now look at this, around September the volume starts reversing. Oh, what's happening? Oh, look at this, October, same thing, consolidation. Oh, look at this, November, December, the end of the year, the volume is like just rangy. Obviously there is push here and there, but it's unreasonable to trade around that time. And again, look at this, 2020, obviously we had a lot of this COVID situation around the 20s Jan to Feb, but the market movement is consistent around May, June, July, which is good. For now, obviously it's moving the way it's moving, you know, gold, it's just the way how it moves. For me, there are a lot of targets on the downside. So finally, if the prices in gold could start breaking the lows and start pushing down, that'd be nice. But I'm still waiting. I can just think about it. I can't execute on sales yet, right? On a higher picture, on a bigger picture. So Palin says building a community is more important than that quick money. Look how profitable Raja is now by first building his own Forex community. I mean, that could be correct. But more than profiting through the community, it's just about self-growth. That's what I think. It's just about self-growth. And for me, my metric value of self-growth is how much am I giving back to the community, or how much am I able to package and able to give it back to the community. Because my way and my learning process is never going to stop. And only to elevate myself in this learning process, I can actually help my friends alongside. There are some of the friends from my close circle who have just recently started trading, and I've helped them a lot. Honestly, helped them a lot. So no doubt on help. So this channel, this hub right here, is also one of the best communities out there. We never discriminate. The information out here is clear and concise. We never hide anything. Everything is out here. So yeah, obviously building community is powerful. So that's one of the metric values for me. To be honest, Palin, that's correct. That's one of the metric values, to see my own personal success and to see how much I've grown. And how much I've grown. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty good. All right, so we are in about 21 minutes away from the market. 20 minutes away from the market open at this point in time. So we'll see how the market's gonna move. Wanted Opus says, looks like last year there was a lot more movement than this year. Yeah, there has been. There has been a lot of movement, election and stuff. So it's kind of been interesting, isn't it? All right, so Jaiki-san Anand on YouTube says, don't you trade GJ? Yes, I trade GJ, mate. The real question is, do you trade GJ? If you trade GJ, and if you have an idea, you got to send a chart. You asking, do I trade a GJ? Tells me a lot about you. It tells me that you're actually looking for a desperate trade. Are you looking for a desperate trade? Because there's nothing happening yet. So if you stick around, maybe you will see what we're doing. So stick around a little bit more. So 30-minute candle showing some sort of bullish posture here. So 30-minute or an hourly candle closing bullish. My bias of buy, the original bias of buy above 152 265 could be real. I mean, at this point in time, I would love to see candles closing above, I would say 152 290. That way, my bias would be correct. So I changed my bias in the middle because it was actually looking as if the price in GJ was pushing down, but I haven't taken any sort of trade. Right, I'm still waiting. And trying to see if this is a premium price grab for the New York market before it could move up. And another thing is there is a high impact retail sales sort of news coming in the next 15 minutes. So maybe the market is ranging right now because of those reasons. So I'm still waiting. Here. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Gold is pushing down. Really nice, to be honest. So when the previous 30-minute candle closed bearish, on the retest of this 30-minute candle's high or of this candle making a high was a sign for sellment. Definitely, I missed out. I doubted the sell because I was keeping the retail sales in the back of the head, but it kind of made sense structure-wise and the way it broke the price, the way it broke the support. Now here's another thing, right? So what the beginner traders they lack on doing is, for example, they lack on reviewing the trade. They just want to move on. I mean, that's a good attitude to move on. But if you could actually grab or learn something about the market just by reviewing your market situation, man, you have to just go on and do that. And now when I review what happened earlier on, if you look at this, there was a clear range on the left hand side. Price broke below 1820.25, and on the break of the support, the candle actually managed to close below. That was lovely. Candle obviously retraced pretty hard, but the next candle retesting the upper price, now 1820.25 with its high, with its top wick before pushing down was the sign. Obviously, I missed it out. Now, when I'm going to review my video, my stream, after I end the stream, I'm definitely going to look at this and I'm going to tell myself, man, even if there was retail sales, US dollars news, CPI, PPI, and the NFP has been positive. So what are the chances? What are the chances retail sales going to be positive too? There is a higher chance. So I didn't tell that to myself. Now I'm just talking to myself right now and sort of reviewing what happened, right? So on that scenario, my odds were on my favor. It's just that I didn't execute. So maybe on the flip of this, this 15-minute candle bearish, anticipating the wick to be filled on the left-hand side, that was a possible trade. Whoever took that sell, I mean, you guys should be in profit, 100%. But I was too late to take a sell. Too late. Sales around 18, 19, 30 on the flip of this candle was significant. With a decent stop loss, 10 to 15 pips stop loss, almost about nothing in gold. And a 25 pips move down, in about 39 pips move down. I mean, pretty good. So I'm going to keep this in mind. So what did I just say? I talked about NFP being positive, CPI being positive, PPI being positive, whatever there was, US dollar news, everything positive. So what were the chances gold could actually push down? Well, there was chances. Price breaking down below 1820.25, closing bearish with a wick on the downside. This candle retesting the upper price before moving down. That was the exact trade right there. Obviously, I missed it. So July for me has been, I don't know. Maybe I just need to reprogram a mind or something for July. For the rest of the July, obviously, this is the last day of the week. So I'm comfortable feeling that, you know what, even if July has been a little funny for me, this is the last day of the week. I can relax throughout the Saturday and Sunday. On the weekend, I can actually plan and sketch my rest of the July. So we will see if the rest of the July is going to treat me well. But definitely have to reset my mindset now. Have to reset my approach. We are in about 14 minutes away from the market open. 14 minutes away from the market open. And GJ right now, GJ 1530 seems as if it's ranging side by side. Candles are still trying to push up. So my original bias of pound yen pushing up, it's actually happening right now. Right, it's happening right now. I haven't taken a position. I'm not going to take a position until the market moves it somewhere, or until retail sales report comes out. But I'm waiting. All right, so Mohammed Lukman says, hi, hope all is good. As I am new to this, can you take a look at this chart? Can you give me your thoughts? Mohammed, you can send me the full link in Zoom. You can send me the full link, Mohammed. Don't need to send me the extension. You can send me the full link. That's the freedom about the Zoom, right? This is Mohammed's chart right here, and Mohammed is looking at GBPUSD. He's talking about, okay, he's talking about previous daily high. He's talking about, so what are you exactly looking for? Man, Mohammed, you got a lot of details here. You have to try and make your charts as simple as you can. To be honest, a lot of details. I think let's see, what have you got here? You got a 1 hour resistance. Oh my God, you got another 1 hour resistance. I think you're overcomplicating things, Mohammed. So you're looking at 1 hour chart and you're overcomplicating things. Okay, so when I'm saying that, are you saying you're looking at sales? Okay, you're looking at sales below this area. Okay, your sales do make sense. But if I have to comment, if you're willing to take the creative, if you're looking to take the creative feedback or constructive feedback, look at this. Your idea about calculating the pips, the range is correct. Your sales idea could be correct. But now look at this. You got a lot of lining here. What is this, man? What is this? What is this? If you're looking for sell, this is not necessary. What is this, right? You shouldn't overcomplicate your things, man. You should be like, once you have a look at your chart, you got to be like, oh, okay. For example, I look at my chart right now, and I can say to myself, oh, you know what? This is a gray area. If the price has to push up, it has to close above. If the price has to push down, it has to stay below the gray area. So simple, right? So simple. So kind of have to do like that. But that chart is good. I mean, good. You try to note down support, resistance. That's the basic idea. That's what the beginner traders or any trader should do. Come to the chart, identify a proper support, resistance, and identify where could be a possible case when price breaks that level. That could be my possible trade. So that's pretty good. But for now, look at this. Why did I exactly drew the gray line? Why? Why did I exactly drew the gray line? Dun dun dun, and my chart is froze now. Wow, daily candle actually is still bullish. Ooh, GJ. Still bullish, still bullish. GJ daily candle still bullish. Interesting, isn't it? So the gray area right here is a 2 hour previously formed resistance, and also an hourly respected resistance that the price broke, right? So for my bias to be correct and not to take an early trade or a late trade, so a good position will be this gray area. So you kind of have to make your chart simple as you can. For example, if I was doing a GU analysis, I'll tell you this. Let's look at this. I'll give you my point of view, right? GU hourly point of view. Let's see. Dun dun dun. Let's go GJ. Let's go GU. Look at this. So I'm gonna erase everything out of GU, right? I only have 2 lines here. Let me try and erase everything. Bam bam bam. Now let's go into the daily time frame. So what I'm going to do is, because 138, 135 is so close to daily support, I'm going to note down this daily support. And what I know is for a fact, selling near the daily support is not a good idea. All right. Why is it not a good idea? Because daily or any sort of higher time frame, rejection point is reactive. And you have to note this down, and you have to kind of back test. Even if your structure makes sense, selling near a higher time frame rejection point could be a bad idea. So you have to kind of back test the idea on your own. But now look at this. Look at the way daily candles are pushing up. Look at this. Daily candles, rejection higher. Daily candles, rejection higher. Daily candles, rejection higher. So more than likely, this could be another rejection on the downside. Another rejection on the downside before the price could push up. Or might as well, with volume, price can break down. But I don't want to sell near a daily support. I don't want to do that. Maybe I want to sell below a daily support when the candle starts closing. But until then, I'm going to stay off that daily support. I don't want to stay anywhere close to the daily support. Now I go into the 4-hour time frame. What I do is, look at this. Tan tan tan. Now this is another 4-hour support that the price has broken, right? Now for me to take a sell, I have to measure my range. If this gray area is my daily support, if this is my 4-hour support, obviously price has rejected it previously. Look at this. Look at the previous 4-hour candle. It has actually rejected that daily and a 4-hour support. Clearly rejected. Now price is ranging side by side. And if it's ranging side by side, for me to take a clear and obvious trade, I have to see candles closing below this gray area. And the range from the gray area to all the way to this target is going to be in about 23 pips range, which is a good range. So maybe in a 23 pips range, attacking market could be much more wider than near a daily support. Okay, so that's what you do. You go into 2-hour time frame. If you use 2-hour time frame, if you don't use 2-hour time frame, just use your 1-hour time frame. So go into 1-hour time frame, closing bearish. So now for a clear sell, you have to see candles closing below the gray area, at least an hourly candle or a 30-minute candle, and on the next candle retesting the price before moving down. That is going to be your trade. Exactly. Now if you understand the idea, perfect. If you don't understand the idea, just go back into the stream on YouTube and see what I talked about exactly in this scenario. Don't overcomplicate your things, and look to see how you can simplify your life, how you can make your life easier. In about 20 pips range, in about 35 pips range. That's all I have to say. Now, looking into the hourly time frame, hourly candle has 5 more minutes left for its close, and the hourly candle is actually maintaining bearish signs here on GJ. So, man, I'm staying out of GJ here. I'm going to stay out of GJ. Mr. GJ, I'm staying out of you. All right, let's see. So, Motsuv here has sent me a chart. Let's look at Motsuv's chart here. Our Motsuv is talking about Falcon flag pattern. Ooh, he's looking at Falcon flag pattern. Look at that. So he took a Euro USD sell. So the entry condition were bear flag, break the trend line, entry around 1 point and okay, he's take profit of his over there. Okay, so he's looking at the he's looking at 30-minute time frame, and he's also looking at, what time frame is this? Is this 4-hour? 30-minute and a 4-hour. Okay. Yeah, the 4-hour seems as if it's kind of trending on the downside, Euro USD, and it kind of makes sense because USD is supposed to gain strength, right? Looking at the NFP numbers, CPI, PPI, whatever the reports were. Now, if retail sales finally turns out to be positive, there is a higher chance for the price to push down. But do you really want to hold a trade at the time of retail sales? And the answer could be no. Why? because we've seen a lot of shock effects, a lot of slippage around the times of retail sales. So if you hold a trade through a retail sales, there's a chance that your stop loss could be slipped, and you may get jacked up by the market, and you don't want to be jacked up by the market. Until then, if it works out, if you manage to secure something out of the market, I don't know, maybe it works, right? Euro USD. Let's just have a look at Euro USD. Euro USD. It's moving down. It's moving down pretty well. It kind of makes sense to push down. It kind of makes sense. Euro USD, looking at hourly structure alone. Hourly structure alone, I mean, it has broken the previous hourly candle's low. There's a clear range on the downside, and if you're in some sort of profits, maybe try and secure around the time of retail sales. That's all I can say. All right, so Kevin Marine on YouTube says, what's the minimum range for me to trade? All right, so the real question is, what is the amount of range are you comfortable to trade in, right? And if you tell me that you trade in a range below 10 pips, you're telling me you're okay with 5 or 6 pips comfortably. Listen to this again one more time. If you tell me that you trade in a 10 pips range, you're telling me you're comfortable securing 4 to 6 pips of profit. And if you tell me you trade in a 20 pips range, you're comfortable securing anything from 8 pips to 15 pips. Obviously, sometimes we want the full range. We want to secure the whole range, 20 pips, right? But the idea is to be able to secure something less than what we're anticipating. And the idea is to lose something less than what we applied or what we anticipated. If you can actually write that down in a note paper and just think about it for a second, okay? So if you tell me you wanna get 20 pips out of that 20 pips range, you're telling me that you're in fucking expert, and you're gonna enter around the you're gonna enter in a pinpoint entry, and you're gonna exit on a pinpoint entry, and sometimes it doesn't work. You should be happy with what the market gives you. And again, with the same idea, a primary note will be to trade in a bigger range, because your chances of profitability is more in a higher range, in a bigger range surface structure. So for me, anything above 15 is okay. Anything above 15, but obviously it depends on the structure. It definitely depends on the market structure. If the structure is not looking confident enough, or if the structure is looking funny, I'm not going to take a trade, man. I'm not going to take a trade. It has to make sense, right? All right, so the hourly candle again one more time, flipping bullish. I mean, pound yen. Have to see if the New York market or the retail sales going to move the pair anywhere. Until then, we are waiting. We are waiting. And the market's opening up right now. This is the market open right now. Hourly candle close bullish. There is chances for GJ to push up, but we are 30 minutes away from the retail sales at this point in time. And a 30-minute candle closing bullish is a good sign for the price to continue up. But I wanted to see a low wick before the price could continue up. A low wick on the hourly candle before it could move up. It's moving up at this point in time, breaking the previous hourly candle's high, but this could be an early trade. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Structure-wise, it makes sense to push up. Actually, you know what? Oh man, this is a really funny situation. Because structure-wise, it makes sense for the price to push up. If you look into the 4-hour, look at this. Now this is interesting, right? 4-hour candle. We are at the final 59 minutes out of the 4-hour candle. So that means if the 4-hour candle is to move towards its original direction, and if the original direction is on the upside, the candle has to flip, which kind of makes sense right now. But we are also close to this retail sales sort of news. If this was a regular day where there was no retail sales or whatsoever, and if the market was presenting me this structure right now, this is the structure where I would actually go full on, or I'll actually be comfortable to trade in my regular volume. But right now, the hourly candle is moving up in its first few minutes without making a low. Man, obviously it's New York time, but I'm not in this trade, man. Honestly, July has been a funny month for me. So I accept it. I fully accept it. I fully accept it. The range on the upside, in about 30 pips of range on the upside, but we are 28 minutes away from retail sales. Let's see. Kevin Marine on YouTube says, thanks for the explanation. No worries. No worries at all. No worries, my friend. No worries. I remember when I started from scratch, and I was so glad that somebody out there was giving information out for free. Was doing this thing for free, and I'm more than happy to do that back again, to give back to the community. So the way it's moving looks like it's going to push up. So the previous 15-minute candle also closed with the liquidity wick from the downside. I mean, I'm not in this trade, but it makes so much sense to push up. It's just that I'm trying to stay off of the retail sales sort of a atmosphere here. Man, oh man. As much as I want to take trades, I'm trying to hold my hands and hold my guts, just calm, in a calm sort of a situation here. So let's wait. I'm gonna wait, man. I'm happy. I'm happy even if this Friday is gonna be like a just spectate and like an audience sort of a day. I'm okay, because my June was really good. It was really good. So let's see. So Kevin says on YouTube, Kevin Marine says, can you explain why you want a lower wick? So that's a really interesting question. So the idea about why I want a lower wick on the hourly candle is, so usually what price action shows you is candles. For example, let's say a candle, an hourly candle. What's the half of the hourly candle? If you break down the hourly candle into two parts, the first is in half a 30-minute candle, and another one is also a 30-minute candle, right? So what happens is price action shows you when candle is moving in a consistent direction, candles grab its liquidity, and the liquidity or the wick on the opposite direction actually allows the candle to move further. So if there's no wick on the candle, sometimes candles may not move consistently unless there's volume. So what I want to see is, for my assurance, I want to see something like this. I want to see a wick on the downside, and that's going to be the first few minutes of the hourly candle, or that's going to be the liquidity grab, which is only going to allow the candles to push up even higher, right? But I haven't seen the wick, but it's pushing up. So what does that tell me? It tells me that, you know what, this is the New York Bank open time, and if the price has to move up, it has to move up right now. But if there's no wick, there is no place for me to put a stop loss, or there is no stop loss checkpoint. The wicks are like this stop loss checkpoint. That's just the method I've grown or experienced to use over time, and it has been working for me. So I need a wick. But the candle's pushing up right now, so even if I'm missing out on this trade, I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. I know what's happening, and I know this structure. I've experienced this structure several times, but just because there is like a high impact news, and the market could go the opposite way or range for some time, I'm staying out of it, especially when there's no wick on the bottom of the candle. And again, at the same time, another important side note could be, for example, there's going to be instance in the market where you call out trades. You're going to call out quality trades, but you're not able to take it. Why you're not able to take it? Because man, it's just a situation, right? It's just your experience. For example, I'm going to call out a quality trade, but I don't necessarily need to take it. That experience is actually going to add up to my books. So right now, I'm missing out of this trade. Obviously, I was waiting for my original bias of buy. Right now, it's playing off, but I'm not in it. It's definitely pushing up, but it is what it is. I'm going to add this to my experience book. Beautiful. It's the way it's moving. If the 4-hour candle finally flips bullish, let me show you guys the 4-hour look right now. Look at this. Look at the way the current 4-hour candle is pushing. If the 4-hour candle is finally flipping bullish right now, there is a higher chance the traffic on the left hand side could be filled. If this candle turns out to be bullish, man, oh man, this is gonna be beautiful. But yeah, for me, July's month has been a risk management and more of a just look at the market as an audience, as sort of a situation here. So the way it's moving, it's showing promises to push up and test the highs at this point in time. But let's see. We are in about 22 minutes away from the retail sales. Let's see. So Tech Jarvis on YouTube, he's saying, hey, Peeling Mindset, did you check the PZ Trade Pad EA? I haven't. I was about to check yesterday, but man, I wasn't feeling well. To be honest, yesterday, I was just not on my senses. I was trying to keep the positive energy and whatnot, but at the same time, when your body doesn't feel good, you just can't do nothing about it. So I'll have a look at this. I'll definitely have a look at this. Interesting. I'm going to look at this. Oh no, on the review it says you click on the buy sell button and nothing happens. Run the EA. Maybe he didn't know how to run the EA or something. Fix, please check. We're gonna check into it. We'll definitely have a look at this. We will see. We will see what's up with this. We'll have a look at this. So higher chances of pound yen to push up right now than anything else. So the way we have closed, we are above this gray area. If I would say to start with, at least if a 15-minute candle closes above this previous range, above this gray area, man, oh man, there's a higher chance for the price to push up. I can definitely see that. So I'm going to wait for this 15-minute candle to close. And obviously in the next 15 minutes, we have the retails, sell. So that's the attraction for today. That is the major attraction for today. Sitting, baby, yeah. Wow, GJ is pushing up, man. I mean, whoever is in a buy position right now is just about risk management or trade management. You must be in deep profits right now. Whoever took a buy on the break of the previous hourly candles high, I mean, yeah, for quick scalpers, I mean, this is amazing. And the hourly candle also, and the 4-hour candle seems like it's flipping bullish. Ooh, it's moving up, man. It's moving up with volume right now. It's moving up with volume in about 15 pips from the break of the previous hourly candle's high, and it's moving up. And there's a higher chance the high can be tested, and potentially with volume, it can break that high too, but I'm not in this trade. So my anticipation was correct. That's good enough for me, especially on a Friday. So I mean, pretty good. The way it's moving, it's gonna break that high. It's gonna break that high. The way it's moving, it's gonna break that high. 4-hour candle is flipping bullish. Now we're gonna see what's gonna happen in the next few minutes. 4-hour candle is in action. 4-hour candle coming alive. Ooh, man, it's gonna move up. It's gonna move up. 100%. It's gonna break that high. Wow. This is just amazing. Wowie kawowie. Wowie kawowie. Four-hour candle. Visualization coming to reality right now. Wow. 14 minutes away from the news at this point in time. 14 minutes away. So what I'm going to ask is obviously a lot of guys in the Zoom, friends from our Slack community, you guys have already shown your love and support by liking the channel or subscribing to the channel, by helping grow the numbers in the YouTube, and also running the algorithms up. So I'm about to send you guys my YouTube link just in case you haven't got it. Alrighty. And if you could go into the channel and show love and support, I mean, that'd be amazing. If you can just subscribe to the channel or whatever, you know, that is going to be lovely. I mean, some of the guys, thank you for the support already. If not, I've sent a link in the channel, in the Zoom chat. So if you could go to the channel, you know, if you want to, only if you want to, I mean, that'd be lovely. And I'll be grateful about that, 100%. We're just here to grow this channel community at the same time, you know. Obviously, July for me has been a little funny so far. So, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. It's just a part of the trading, right? Again, at the same time, it's part of the trading. So, it's not going to be all green every time, right? Sometimes it's going to be barren. Sometimes it's going to be rain. Sometimes it's going to be storm. So that's just the part of the life. Bang, bang, bang. All right, so Kevin Marine on YouTube says, what kind of impact does US news have on GJ? I don't know if you answered this. I jumped a bit when I pressed the live button. Oh, okay. So interesting question. So we actually never know how the news is going to impact any sort of pair, to be honest. Because why? Because the news time, especially calendar news sites, calendar news events, have a volatile impact on the pairs. So what does volatility means? It means the candle is going to perform in the most haphazardous way there possible. Sometimes around the news time, we see candles moving in such a smooth way. But sometimes also what we've seen is candles whipsaw a lot of times, especially high volume pairs like gold. I mean, again, at the same time, pound yen has been known to be on cocaine. What does that mean? Is pound yen is so explosive, so impulsive sometimes, especially around the news time. Now, how does U.S. news actually affect GJ? GJ right now is around the highest influencing New York volume time. So what that means is right now the entire market, out of the entire market, more of the volume is contributed from the U.S. sort of investing institution, the Tier 1 banks over there and higher institution, whatever. So the GJ is obviously going to be supplied and induced with some of these shock effects from gold, from USD, and you will see the shock effects. Don't worry. So maybe what we're gonna do today is around the time of retail sales, if there's gonna be any volatility, we will try and see if GJ is gonna move in any shock effect. We will see. We will see it live. We will see it live. Bum, 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 bum. Sorry about that. Kevin Vin says, thanks, Anuj. No worries at all. You guys are always welcome here. Always welcome. Always welcome. Da da da. So Rachel Wong says, what's your bias and take on gold? We've talked about it already. So if you were early on the chart, you will definitely see what happened. And so for gold, basically we are waiting for the retail sales. So maybe retail sales volume is going to push the price somewhere. So we will see. Obviously, so the most recent price action in gold is actually breaking lows at this point in time, and it kind of makes sense to push and actually achieve the clear range on the downside. But again, at the same time, it's going to be a volatile time in the next 5 minutes. We will see market being volatile, potential volatile. So we will see. We will see. All right, so I've actually set up a poll on the YouTube, and guys are saying, so I'm asking them, what do you think? Is GJ going up or down? And most of the guys have voted down, but I still have my senses in GJ telling me there is a chance prices in GJ could push up. But we're gonna see. We will see. So the poll on the YouTube says 60% down. 60% down. All right, Jaiki-san Anand on YouTube says, have a look at the chart, mate. I just had a look at the chart, mate. I just had a look, so I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna look anywhere you guys say look over there and here. It doesn't work like that. If you send me a chart, I'm gonna review your chart and we can have a look at that. But if you're actually telling me to look at this or that, it's not gonna work like that. You gotta send the chart and I can look at your chart. 100%. 100%. All right, JK-san, I can't see your chart, so maybe you don't know how to send a chart, right? So how do you send a chart? This is how you send a chart. You got to take a photo of your chart from here. The camera icon takes the photo, and what you got to do is out of the whole link, you got to only send me the extension from the X. So if you send me the whole link on YouTube, the YouTube's not going to allow you to send me links. Only the moderators can send me the link. For example, the guys in the YouTube who are moderators, only they can send me the full links, and the guys in the Zoom, they can send me the full links. But you got to send me the extension from the X till the end, only the extension, and that way I can see your chart. Otherwise, are we gonna see the retail sales in the next 2 minutes? So what I said earlier on was that we are actually going to speculate GJ if there's going to be any side effect at the same time. So we will be hopping in GJ and gold to see where the pairs are moving with retail sales. We will see. All right, so the retail sales news is out at this point in time, and look at the way GJ has actually retraced so heavily, right? GJ actually did retrace heavily. Ooh, and it's pushing up at this point in time. Ooh, my charts are freezing up now. All right, so gold hasn't moved anywhere significantly. Let's look at the retail sales news here. What happened with the retail sales? What happened with the retail sales? Probably good numbers, man. Probably good numbers. Let's see what's happening. Oh, the numbers are pretty good. Look at this. So the NFP was good, CPI was good, PPI was good, retail sales good right now. So gold should technically push down, right? So if gold is pushing down, this could be, there could be a high push. There could be a heavy push on the downside. Let's see. And if you look into GJ right now, obviously we didn't see any sort of heavy push, rather a retracement, but still a retracement in the direction of the market. So for example, the retracement only caused a healthy retracement and leaving a wick on the upside So giving more chances for the candle to fill that wick. And if there's enough volume, that's going to be fulfilled 100%. So we are 1 minute away from the news. At this point in time, gold hasn't moved significantly. Kind of interesting here. All right, look at the gold 30-minute candle. Man. All right, we're only 5 minutes in the news right now. So we are not even 5 minutes, sorry, 3 minutes away from the news right now. So the news has come out to be positive. So I have to see how the market's going to actually perceive the actual news. Is there going to be pumps up or pumps on the downside? We will see. We will see. All right, GJ 4 hours still has 26 minutes left for its close. So eventually, if this 4-hour candle flips bullish, man, oh man. All right, so I actually created a poll on YouTube, and in the poll I was talking about, is GJ going up or down? And a lot of people think GJ is going down. A lot of people think GJ is going down. Interesting. A lot of people think GJ is going down. Interesting enough. The daily candle is still bullish. And the weekly candle is still rejecting the weekly support and potential demand area. All right, so Palin on YouTube says yes. So some of the guys are looking at the recent 30-minute candles, wick on the upside. I mean, there could be a wick on the upside, but the candles are finishing bullish right at the same time. And Take Jairus says the question is it seriously going down? I mean, we don't know at this point in time. Have to wait for the volume to be consistent. So the structure, to me, what I can see is the hourly structure tells me that there is a higher potential to push up than down. The hourly structure, all right? So the hourly structure definitely tells me there's a higher chance for the price to push up the way it has moved recently. Look at this. Dun, 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 dun. So there's a higher chance to push up than anything else. Higher chance to push up than anything else. We will see. For sales, have to see candles closing below this gray area and potentially below the support. That way can clearly take sales. But until then, I'm not taking sales, right? But obviously, my bias, my original bias of buy is still looking good, man, to be honest. Still looking good. Have to wait. 23 more minutes. That way we will see a 4-hour candle close, and that's going to be way stronger. 4-hour candle close. So we got 16 votes in the poll, and 81% of people think it's going down. 81% of people think GJ is going down. I am amazed. I am amazed how people are thinking pound yen could move down. I mean, it can move down. It can pretty well move down, but yeah. Yeah, man. Pound yen looks like pound yen could push up here, to be honest. Looks like pound yen could push up. We are 8 minutes away from the news event that's just happened. 8 minutes away. Is the market still volatile? Is there no volume, or what's happening, right? All right, so 80%. So we got 20 votes right now, and 80% of the people think it's going down. 80%, man. 80% of the people think it's going down. Ooh. I'm still sticking with the upside move here. Let's see what's gonna happen. Yay, man. Yay, man. Yeah, I think it's pushing up here. GG is pushing up, guys. So 20 people cast vote on the YouTube saying GJ is pushing down, but man, GJ is pushing up right now. GJ is pushing up right now. GJ is pushing up. All right, so we have Sabine. My little brother Sabine is here. Sabine is saying maybe reach to the gray area and move down. Oh, that could be the case. That could be the case. And Jakey-san says, Jakey-san Anand says, thoughts on chart. Okay, now I can see Jakey-san's chart. Now he knows how to send the chart. Now, Jakey-san, what I want you to do is, if somebody comes into the chat, if you ever come by, and if somebody else is struggling to send the chart, help them learn how to send the chart, because you know it, right? If you can help the other guys, I mean, that'll be good, but only if you can, obviously. So let's see how Jakey-san Jakey San's chat chart is looking like. Let's see. PZ trade. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Jakey-san, I don't know what you're looking at, brother. So I really don't know what you're looking at. You're sending me a bunch of lines, so honestly, I can't tell. Honestly, I can't tell. You sending me lines don't tell me anything. They don't tell me anything. They actually don't tell me anything. So I don't see your support. Is this a support? What's happening? What is this 152, 139? I don't know what that means, right? You have to be clear. You have to write down support. If you don't know how to write down on your chart, this is how you write down on your chart. For example, what you say is you draw a line and you say, you write down with your text tool here. You type in, you say bang, bang, bang. And you say, this is your support. So how do you say this is your support? You go here, you say, okay, support. What support is this? This is 1 hour support, right? So hold on. So you say 1 hour support, right? And you say, what do you say? You say you're looking for a buy. If you're looking for a buy, so what do? Now is you do this and you say bang, bang, bang. And you say, okay, so what are you doing? Your bias is buys. And you say looking to buy once the hourly candle closes or something. You gotta write your thought process and be as much as expressive as you can. Be as much as expressive as you can, honestly. Sorry about that. It's gonna help you a lot. So be expressive. Say buy is bias, looking to buy, and once the hourly candle closes. And maybe you can point out your points. For example, this is your daily high, and you're anticipating a daily high retest. So for example, bang, and you say that, you know what? I'm anticipating a daily high, just like this. A retest of the daily high with volume, and you gotta write down properly. You gotta write down properly, mate. Alright, so Jakey-san Anand says, okay, thank you. No worries. No worries at all. My back is kind of tensed. Oh my god. Our gold is retracing up at this point in time. So wanted to see candles closing below 1820.25, but at this point in time, candles retracing up. And previous 15-minute candle on GJ closed bullish. So I don't know how GJ is dropping. GJ is not dropping yet. GJ is not dropping yet. For the candles to push, ooh, GJ is pushing up, man. We are 15 minutes away from the news. Now, at this point in time, so the volume could be consistent, right? Why am I saying volume could be consistent? Because in the next 45 minutes, we have the NYSE. And maybe the market could move consistent right now. Because the volatility, actually, we haven't seen any volatility today. Not that much. So if the candles are to push any direction, maybe we will get that consistent volume. So let's see. I'm a simple man. Alright, so we have 22 votes on the YouTube. And 77% people say it's going down. Ooh. The people believing it's going down are winning. Oh no. Let me get my water here, guys. complicate ya. Gotta hydrate yourself. GJ is pushing up, man. GJ is pushing up. Mr. GJ is pushing up. More chances for the 4-hour candle to push up than anything else. Let's see if this 4-hour candle finishes bullish in the next 9 minutes. Wow. It's gonna be a wowie. I'm not even kidding. It's actually gonna be wowie. So the guys on the YouTube on the poll, they have said that so 22 people cast a vote and 77% say it's actually going down. So I don't know how a majority of the people they're actually they're actually going to be proven wrong. I think so. That's what I think. That's what I think. All right, Tick Jarris. Tick Jarris on YouTube says the votes are unreal. Same people voted from different account. Is that the case? Is that the case here? Or maybe that's the scenario. That could be the case as well. Let me see. Let me do the same. Let me do the same poll one more time and let's see what people say. Let's see what people say. Let's see. Let's see what people say. Let's see. And the hourly candle is still showing bullish signs. Oh no, Palin says lost too much money on GJ. Come on. That is not a right statement. That is not a right statement on a Friday. I'm here. I've been here in front of the market for almost a 2 hour now. Yeah, actually more than 2 hours. I've been here in front of the market for the last 2 hours, and I haven't taken any trade. I've only observed the market, right? And if you guys are actually trading out of your thinking senses, not by your looking senses, not your visual sense, I don't know, man. Guys, don't overtrade. Simply don't overtrade. It's a Friday. There's no need to overtrade. Simple as that. It's the end of the week. There's not going to be a magical. It's not going to be a magic Friday where all of the losses are going to come back and you're going to win. It doesn't happen like that. You got to take it easy. You better take it easy. All right. So GJ is moving so well. I don't know. Just don't overtrade. Don't overtrade. Don't overtrade. That's all. All right, Jackie Yam on YouTube says this week I only took 3 trades. I think it's the same on my side too. I think it was 3 or 4 maximum. And sometimes less is more. That is correct. That is correct. Jackie M says, Palin, losing is part of the game. It is. It is majorly the part of the game, and so the best thing we can do out of the market is we cannot control the outcome of our trade, but what we can control is part of that outcome, especially when it's in drawdown. So what we can do is we can try and cut down our position, try and lose less than what we anticipated. That's one of the most beautiful things about trading FX. Right? If you know exactly how much you're willing to lose, you can either lose that much or even less. All right? So you have to try and bleed less. That way you can survive. But if you're going to bleed more, maybe that's not going to help you. Okay? All right, so now previous 4-hour candle on GJ closed, and on the 4-hour candles close, what I can see is 4-hour candle close bearish, but it actually respected the previous 4-hour candles wick on the downside. So what does that tell me? That tells me that, you know what, the rejection is still higher, and if the rejection is still higher, there's still a chance for the price to push up. Now it all depends on NYSE's volume to push the market in some sort of direction. So we will see in the next 29 minutes. So today has been a no trade day for me. It's a Friday, end of the week, and I don't want to end my week on a losing point, to be honest. Don't want to end my week on a losing point, and I'm still looking for gold's push down. Wonder when it's going to happen. All right, let's see. So Tech Jairus has sent me a extension of the chart. Let's see. Let's have a look at that. It kind of makes sense. Take Jairus kind of makes sense. Your 4-hour point of view kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense. It's just that this is a demand area in a weekly sort of area. That's all the case is. That's why price in GJ, it's kind of struggling. Simple answer is the area GJ is right now around is a weekly demand area. Look at this. That's why it's bouncing off of the area. So there may be a bearish structure, but this is a demand area. So we have to understand the idea that, you know what, it's near a demand area, it's going to reject this area, and rejecting this area, there is a higher chance for the candles to finish bullish than bearish. So I have to see how this weekly candle finally closes. Have to see. Yeah, man, the way the hourly candle is pushing up in GJ, there's a higher chance the wick on the upside could be filled, and the hourly candle also has a decent wick on the downside. So I think it's gonna push up, man. GJ has a higher chance of pushing up than anything else. We have a clear hourly support, and yeah, I see more chances of pushing up here. Mr. GJ has more chances of pushing up. Perspective. Man, oh man. GJ is pushing up nice and slow. Mr. GJ is pushing up nice and slow. On YouTube, he says, come on GJ. GJ is pushing up, man. Mr. GJ is pushing up. All right, so Palin on YouTube says, I was 1,065. I don't know what that is, what currency is that is. I hope it's pound or it's dollar. Let's assume it was dollar. Right? So Palin here says, I was $1,065 in profit, and then I lost all of it. Can someone lecture me about that? Lecture me about the overtrading. So now, you have to ask yourself the question, why did you, or how come you lose that profit anyways, right? So why did you lose that profit? First thing, how did you lose that profit? Did you overtrade or did you over risk? Now, if you overtraded, why the hell did you overtrade? Why would you overtrade? You have to ask yourself the question, why would you overtrade? Just so that you could win more? Come on. You're already in profit. There is no need in risking all of the profits. When you risk all of the profits and also your principal, you're not a trader anymore. You're a gambler. Are you here to gamble? So overtrading for me is gambling. Do you want to gamble here? This is not a gambling, man. This is not a gambling show. This is more of a risk averse sort of a play. You have to know the fact that, you know what, if you are not getting out of the market with your profits in your pocket, so what's the use of wasting a time? You just wasted all of your time throughout the week. So you were better off not looking at the charts throughout the week. So why did you do that? You have to ask yourself the question. And now the final conclusion or note side by side, you have to keep. Obviously, Jackie M just said it on YouTube. He says quality over quantity. You have to make sure you walk away with at least something before you get out of the market. You cannot let the market win over you. That's the beauty about trading. There's no compulsion. There's nothing saying that you have to trade on a Friday. Look at me. I'm in the market for like almost 3 hours now, and I haven't taken a trade because things don't make sense to me. Or maybe I'm just being like, you know what, it is what it is. It's a bad July for me, so I'd rather lose less. Because my June was good. See the idea that I'm talking about? Because my June was good. I want to keep some of my profits still alive. Some of the profits from June are paying for my July. So I'm staying calm. So don't overtrade it. Don't over risk. There's no necessity. The FX is not going to disappear tomorrow. So you only want to take your quality trades, and you want to define how many trades a day. And if you define maybe 1 or 2 trades a day, now you have to tell yourself, all right, if the first trade was a winner, why do you need to take the second trade anyways? Because you want to make more money? Okay, so if you want to compound, if you want to apply the simple rule of compounding, you should be able to put aside a certain amount of risk. Maybe the second trade you take should be only like a best confirmation trade ever, and you got to put the emotion at the side, 100%. And think about it in a logical perspective. Think about it in a logical perspective. That's all I can say. At the end of the day, you have to realize that if you want to win on an overall bigger picture, you have to stop over trading, over leveraging, over risking, and just play it by the book until you win, right? So you gotta play it by the book. And if you win, and if you all of a sudden you go full on emotion, full on full table, full hand. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You gotta be strict on yourself. Discipline is the key. Discipline is the key. And we are still waiting. And still waiting. All right, now Palin. So you have to make sure that you don't overtrade right now, because again, now your emotions been hurt, your ego's been hurt, and you lost some of your profits in the market. Now rather not lose your principle, and the best advice to yourself is to listen and be master of your own. You know, me telling you things about don't overtrade, don't over risk is not going to help you until you apply it and tell yourself that, you know what, hey man, for now, enough. This is enough. This is enough. Now, if I want to stay in front of the chart, I'm only going to take paper trades. Paper trades. Paper trades. If it makes sense, paper trade. Otherwise, don't even show up to the chart right now. Just call it a day. It's Friday. Make it simple for yourself. Don't make it hard. Don't hurt yourself. So the basic thing is you don't want to hurt yourself by over trading, man. Come on. Right? If you lose the profits, all of your profits, man, oh my God, losing all of your profits, you are back to that. You're back to the 90% club, 90% club where 90% of the traders lose their money, and that's what you did. You tried to rejoin you tried to resubscribe the 90% losers club. And if that's what you want, I mean, you're succeeding on the 90% club. So got to decide if you want to stay in the 90% club or the 10% club. So define it for yourself. And pound yen is pushing up. Pound yen is pushing up, man. Slowly but surely pushing up. Slowly but surely pushing up. My back is really hurting. Man, oh man. Ow. I definitely need to rest. To be honest, at this point in time, I can call it a day. I'm still waiting to see how the NYSE market is going to push the prices in gold and pound yen. But at this point in time, this is like nothing. So here's what we might do, right? On a Sunday. So let me tell you guys this. On Sunday, about what time will that be? Let's see. Let's check. We might do a simulation session on YouTube live. So maybe I'll post a link on the Slack page as well. So if you guys want to join in for the simulation session and kind of preparing for the rest of the July, I mean, you guys can hop in. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 and 7. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Kevin Marvin on YouTube, he's suggesting, can you please post the announcement on Instagram? 100%. So what we're gonna do is either the simulation session on Sunday. On the Sunday is gonna happen around 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, EST, or it's going to be 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So 2 times, right? So either 3 or 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's going to be the simulation session, and we're going to simulate about a pound yen and potentially gold, and the ideas we're going to talk about is going to be order flow, and we're going to talk about how previous July's markets been, and we're going to try and sketch out plans for July, this coming July, and we'll definitely see, we'll just simulate few of the sessions, so it's either going to be 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's night time here, man. Look at our time. It's night time here. Oh, god damn, my phone just shut down. My phone just shut down. Yep, pound yen pushing up. Pound yen is definitely pushing up. Slowly but surely it's pushing up. 9 more minutes left for the NYSE to kick in. Let's see how the NYSE market's gonna push the prices in gold and pound yen. And if you guys don't know what my Instagram is, so the Instagram is Peeling Mindset. That's what the Instagram is right there. That's the IG handle right there. Pound yen is pushing up. Pushing up. Friday. Freaky Friday. All right, and pound yen is pushing up nice and slow. All right, so Palin on YouTube says, will it be this coming Sunday? Yes. Yes, that's correct. 18th of July, Sunday. So obviously 18th of July 2021, not 2022. So we're not going to wait for another year for the simulation session or back testing sort of a session. So it's going to be this Sunday. So the timeline's either going to be 3 a.m. EST or 7 a.m. EST. And obviously, if there's going to be any changes in the plan, it's going to be out there on my Instagram. If you're gonna look at it around Saturday. All right. So on Saturday, by Saturday tomorrow evening, you guys will know if the simulation session is happening around 7 or the 3. We'll see. Okay, turn this. Da, da, da. Dun, dun, dun. So in the next 2 minutes, NYSE is opening up. New York Stock Exchange. Another high volume contributing session time. Let's see. So until now we have 6 votes casted on the YouTube, and we have 67 of the people saying 7 a.m. EST is their choice. So we'll see. 7 a.m. EST. And this is the NYSE open time right here. NYSE, New York Stock Exchange. And all right, so gold 30-minute candles are bullish at this point in time. We are still below 1824.25. If the price are to move up, it has to close above at least. Or let's see if the NYSE is finally going to drive the price down in gold. I wanted to see more drive down than anything else. We will see. We will see. So he's, oh, gold is pushing down nice and slow. That's nice. That's nice. So here's another thing, right? So if gold is pushing down, for me to activate a sell, let's see. Let's check a point where I can take a sell. If the market is in fact pushing down, because obviously this is NYSE, another great volume time. So let's see what's happening, right? Hourly candle has 28 minutes left for its close. Now I have to check into 30-minute time frame and see what's happening. Previous 30-minute candle actually closed below the resistance, obviously rejected 1824.25, and the current 30-minute candle is also kind of rejecting that 1824.25 level. So now when I go into the 15-minute time frame, at this point in time, 15-minute candle has broken the previous 15-minute candle's low. So for a potential sell, we are pushing down. Have to see candle close below the support area here. Have to see candles close below the support area. Let's see. NYSE market just ranging, no push, no nothing. Man, so far it's been a no trade day for me. No positions taken, nothing. Waiting for gold sells, but I have to see candles close below the support area at the first. Let's see. I'm still waiting. All right, so I'm gonna be here for the next 5 to 6 minutes. After that, I'm gonna call it a day because it's been too late already, and I need to take a break, man. I need to honestly take a breather, rest, and I'm gonna take it easy because the first part of the July, the first half has been pretty still. Not a lot of trades, and not a lot of comforting situation happening around the New York. So obviously, we'll see if the opportunities are gonna be there around the last half of the July. So if that's the case, amazing. Otherwise, still I have to try and be risk averse, or I cannot risk a lot, right? So that idea helps me not overtrade or take funny setups, especially right now. I mean, a lot of traders, they are being hurt by the market right now, especially when the market is rangy. A lot of people taking buy, a lot of people taking sell right now. Oh my God, they are just hurting themselves. But on the other hand, some of the other traders, they know that they only attack the market when it's clear and it's obvious. So pretty good. I can call it a day in the next 1 or 2 minutes. And obviously, if you guys wanna join in the backtesting simulation session, come for the 18th July Sunday's simulation session. So that's either going to be around 3 a.m. EST or 7 a.m. EST, whichever time suits you guys. Just show in with your notepad, whatever, and if you can note down some of the ideas, I mean, it's only gonna help you guys. And if you wanna get if you wanna know about the announcement early, so just come around Saturday, tomorrow evening, and you'll get to know. All right. So, guys, I think this is the point where I'm going to call it a day. Until next time, don't overtrade it. Don't overrisk. Have a beautiful weekend, and I'll see you. If you're available, just hop in around Sunday's back testing session. Until then, take it easy, all right? I'll see you guys next time. All right, Kevin Marine says, have a great weekend, man. Have a great weekend. I'll see you on Sunday. See you on Sunday. Sunday's gonna be fun day. Ooh, gold is pushing up. Gold is pushing up. Interesting.